Am I doing green mice? Oh yeah, green mice invasion. Okay.
Okay. One, two. Hello, everyone. I'm Phalanges.
And I am GlassPad Pill Dazz.
This is the MouseCast podcast for the week of Friday, June 6th. I can't believe it's June. We're going to navigate buying used mice on eBay, MouseMarket, in person, Facebook Marketplace, tips and tricks with doing that.
Any place you can feel your mouse addiction. And there's also been a green invasion of mice from Rawm and Razer, oddly enough.
Yum, yum, yum. So, subscribe. We do this every week. Discord, link in the description below. Some of these topics came from our Discord. We even nearly were going to meet up with somebody from our Discord for a mouse swap this weekend, but it fell through. Anyway, uh, is
You're
this.
welcome.
Do I have. Wait, didn't we do cake or ice cream last week?
Yeah, get down your. What are you doing, man?
Okay, glasses or contacts, and what's on your desk right now?
Glasses, I'm terrified of contacts. Never tried them. Um,
Really?
I only had glasses for 4 years. 3 years? Yeah. I don't know. I should probably try them, but it is what it is. Z Pro Wireless and Orbital Pathfinder is what I'm messing around with right
Oh,
now.
that's cool. You got fun
Pad
skates with a
is.
Pathfinder?
Oh, yeah, they come with obsidians, so why not?
Hmm.
The pad is a glass pad from Skadira.
Skibbity.
Inkblade Phantom
From
Skibidi.
Skibbity.
People think it's a scam. Shockingly, it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, real quick. The Orbital Pathfinder, the G Pro Wireless we were talking about was released in 2018 at 150 USD, and that in 2025 is worth $191 today, and that's what the Pathfinder is. And the Pathfinder is way more value than what a GPW was.
Oh,
Anyway,
100%. Yep.
on let's see, me glasses or contacts. I love contacts. Like playing sports and stuff. My depth perception is so much better with contacts because you don't have your periphery is unfocused. And then, but they dry out my eyes. You should
Mm.
definitely. There's yeah, contacts are the way. ATK X1 Ultimate big old foot stickers in metallic red. How nice. Weight reduced with 140 milliamp hour battery and the same pad as I think the previous week. Matrova Breeze. I'm not a Matrova shill. It's just a darn good pad, and I have four of them. And I don't know. It's 500 by 600. What else am I gonna do? All right. First topic is on screen here. Razer Phantom Green. I posted a bunch of pictures, dude. Don't that look good? So, Basilisk V3 Pro, right? Because this has the little wireless charging
Yep.
thingamabob. Nice transparent green. I wonder, this is a rendering. Like, look at the lack of shadows on the scroll wheel, but they did a good job. Like, the texturing, yeah. And they do, on their Razer mice, they do these, like, little diamond patterns. That and transparent might look good, but does that mean that the rubber grips are gone? Or do they somehow have
Looks like it,
transparent
yeah.
rubber? I don't know. This is impressive, though. This looks cool. Yeah, reminiscent of, like, old game consoles, right? N64
Yep.
Jungle Green.
Give it like Minecraft creeper vibes as well.
Yeah, that's right.
But
They had
yeah,
the Minecraft Viper
this
V.
console. Oh man, the style.
Oh, dude, yeah. So one of the comments on this was, I can hear the creaking already, and I was like, lol, that
Yep.
does. I know when I see that transparent green, I think like my creaky ass controller.
Well, even Endgame Gear can't make non-creaky mice right now, so
Yeah,
that are transparent.
oh, I'm teasing so many things. Welcome back, Logitech G502 Hero. All right, well, it's cool. I'm definitely not buying one. Apparently, it's the top upvoted thing for today, so I karma farmed this, I guess. The mouse
So
pad,
basic.
the Firefly is actually a really cool pad, but it's way too small. And the keyboard actually looks pretty dope. Yeah, that's kind of
Two
cool.
knobs? You must be flipping over.
I'm more of a one knob kind of guy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but like two. Yeah, okay.
I don't know. I don't need both hands on each knob. It's one's enough. Um, Starting at 99 because mousepad. Yeah, I don't know. Not a whole lot to say here. Trend caught back to the 90s. Yeah, I do really like the Acid Rewind X2H from One of Zero. Very
Yeah.
cool mouse. They even talked about how it was inspired by retro game consoles, the colorway. So yeah, transparent colors, very cool, but it does lose out on the coating. So I wonder what these are going to be coated with. Yep. Anyway, I found out about this because it was actually came to Amazon. This was listed at $170, my dude. right?
Wow.
Basilisk V3 Pro green. Yeah, green. See if we can find it on um, Amazon. You know what I do sometimes is I just search gaming mouse and then I go to newest arrivals and oh, it's gone. It was there. All right. Well,
Oh,
okay. Next topic. Speaking of
what's the
green
MCHO's
mice,
mouse?
that's an A7. Wait, where
Okay.
was it? Yeah, A7. Not too interesting. It is Prime eligible. Here we go. Rawm has. Oh no, the orange is gone. I guess I gotta. Speaking of green mice, Rawm now has. Where was it? Green and orange. The
Lime
ES21.
green.
Yeah, dude, that's a
And
nice green. So because of that, I've actually been playing around with my ES21 Pro a bit more.
I've got one too. Yeah.
Dazz, yeah. Did you do a review or just a short?
I did a short and Amazon. Like I reviewed it on Amazon so far.
Okay.
Which I did like a turbo video review on. It was a minute long.
Yeah.
But I'll do a video.
Hmm.
It's good enough.
You know what's crazy? So I literally have 4 of these. Don't tell Rom. And I so I've tried the 21M, which has the mechanical switches. The
Green shell white dots.
I think so.
That's what they advertised on the page back in the day.
Raisha optical. Yeah, they feel fine. Then I have the Pro with Raishas, and I have an old Pro with Omron opticals. Daz and I are both Omron optical lovers, but I tell you, the Raishas are my favorite. So this one I've modified a bit. You can see the scroll wheel color change. Also the the white coating on 2 of my white copies. My black is ever so slightly grippier. It is a fingerprint magnet. Even
Ooh, I hate that.
Pizzogel in his review criticized that, but it does feel a little bit better. And then the shape's actually really good. I play really well with it. The weight balancing's fantastic. Rawm did a really good job with everything except for the switches, which is like really important. And they just feel spongy no matter what. Surprisingly, the Raishas feel the best to me, a little bit hollow, but the Omron opticals are just way too. There's like no post travel, so they're really not spammable. They don't have
Hmm.
good feedback. It just feels muted. Yeah. So
It's a great mouse. I also performed really well with it in Kovaak's Fortnite. So I
yeah,
made it for 2 days, whatever that means. Used it for 2 days.
you called it a combination of a U2 and
And XM2, and the comments were mad about it and they disagreed entirely with me. So
I don't think so. I think the U2 take. It's like a yeah. I think it's
it's
a lot
because of
like
the hump
the hump.
that it's I guess it's like a Viper V3 or a
U2.
GPX and U2. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say like a Viper and a U2. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a really good shape though. It reminds
To
me
be
a
fair,
bit
you
like.
you said XM2 U2, and then I took your take on it.
Oh yeah, you can throw me under the bus. I was totally wrong
There you
there.
go.
XM2 does have the rear hump and it's kind of a sharp shape, whereas this is more rounded, like a Zowie shape. Like
It's the
yeah,
bottom profile. It looks like like a less severe XM2 though. That's what like
yeah.
made me think of it. Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good mouse. Like if you guys are cool with Raishas, I think that's the only weak point of it. Like everything else on the mouse is actually quite good. Even their ROM web hub is pretty robust and pretty feature rich. Yep.
Their coding is good. Side button's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm
Weight,
tired. It's
weight
really good.
balancing is good. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on to another mouse release. The AJAZZ AM5. This was posted to our Discord. Shout out Robin Head, who notified us with these pictures, but we have no idea where they came from, so I just had to upload them to Imager. 3950 Omron micro, so it could be optical or mechanical. Magnesium alloy. It's a solid shell, and in fact, I believe this was teased at Computex. Yeah, Tech Power Up AJAZZ at Computex keyboards, and there's the Mies. So really nice fade colorway like Attack Shark does, but this one looks almost more vibrant maybe? I don't know.
Where's the mouse on the
Solid.
right?
That's an
Fell looking at that.
AM3. That is an
Oof.
AM3, but it looks like it is raw magnesium. This might be like a pre-production sample, right? The
Those holes are
AJAZZ.
egregiously gigantic.
Yeah, you don't know about this mouse?
I
It's
just don't
pretty
care about it.
quiet. Okay.
I've
Well,
probably seen it.
it is
I'm so out on magnesium, it's not funny.
yeah. It's a rather small mouse. Like, I don't know if I put it next to a Viper V3 Pro. It's rather small. Even like what's another Starlight
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
Starlight Small. Yeah,
It's look
it's
up the HTS Ultra.
HTS
It'll be a
Ultra
similar length.
8K.
Yeah, similar length, but it's also way taller. This is so small and short. Ooh, I hate this mouse already.
Yeah, it's a
It's
really
like a
small
fingertip
mouse.
mouse.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
wow. Okay.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's kind of pricey too, because it's magnesium. But anyway, the solid shell magnesium. So I have a solid shell mouse that I used, magnesium mouse that I used for a little bit. Fantastic shape. This is the Fine Max Noah. It's like
Oh
a,
yeah.
it's between a Cloud, a Wise Owl Cloud, and Cloud XS in size. So it's actually a really nice size.
Oh
I
yeah.
love this shape. Solid magnesium, thumbs up from me. It is actually good. Downside
Okay.
is I had problems with like the base not being flat, so that sucked. But
The Noah was notoriously not a banger. Yeah.
yeah, way too expensive. I got it for $60 shipped, so I'm hoping to
Oh,
just
nice. Yeah.
resell it. Numpad here, that's a touchscreen, big old screen on your keyboard. How do you feel about big screens like this, Daz?
I mean, look at the picture. That tells you how I feel about it.
Well,
Those
this
fingerprints are horrible.
well, I don't think this is a. Is it maybe it's touch. This is at a show.
Still though, like if I can see my own fingerprints on the screen like that easily, ugh,
Yeah.
I don't see a reason for it. I don't know.
You know something interesting? Reflections you have to watch out for. So when I was in Florida, I
Mm.
rented a 2025 Mustang interior. And being in a convertible, you have the sun, right? So all the screens, you could tell they consciously had them like vertical and not
Mm.
slightly tilted, which would be easier on your eyes because then it would
Yeah.
reflect right into your face. Yep. I don't know. I would be down for a screen like an FPS counter or something, or maybe like a Discord. I don't know. I don't know. We all have secondary monitors, so it's definitely not a must. But like, I would probably take an aluminum case over having a screen. But I need a knob
I'm using
regardless.
using an aluminum case keyboard for the first time right now.
Oh yeah. Initial thoughts? Is it worth the monies?
I mean, it just feels premium when you put it down on your desk and then it's there. It does change the sound though. So
Yeah. Okay. Move on to another magnesium mouse, Pandaer and IQUINIX. So this mouse, I forgot that this released, but it actually looks kind of interesting. It has like a hit scan logo on it almost, and like a WL mouse scroll wheel. So magnesium mouse, look at that wild pattern here. This almost looks removable, or maybe that's just how it's constructed. Really crappy looking skates though, huh?
yeah,
And then
this is
oh,
weird.
it is removable. So now the mouse instantly goes from looking like some cool magnesium, I
It's
don't
looking
know,
like poop.
experimental thing, and now it looks like a $5 Five Below mouse. Um, Found on this page is some product info. So I do actually want to bring up MetKeys sells this. Mizu and IQUINIX Pandaer. I don't know if we probably talked about this on the pod. Explore the immensity of space. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not at all interested. How do you feel about this aesthetic?
Feels like Mega Man? My
Mega,
keyboard does.
Mega
I
Bone.
don't like it at all. Aesthetic is
Yeah, we're too old.
childish. I don't even know. Like
Yeah, yeah.
teen gamer.
Teen gamer. Yeah, but it's 300 milliamp hour battery, 33.95. Interesting that somebody posted a picture of it here, but no review. So cool.
Yeah.
The one owner. I hope you're
W
enjoying it.
Sarah Han. That person's posted before. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We talked about Rawm. Let's talk about another interesting release. Flickfire dropping June 17th from Flick Mice. We're so excited to finally announce a mouse we've been working on for the last 18 months. It all started with my friend who's been a Fortnite pro for the last 7 years, NPen. Ooh, is he actually a pro? Can you look him up? And his
Sure.
desire to find a mouse that's tailored to the needs of Fortnite, a game that demands the most out of a mouse. Okay. Um, Better have really good side buttons. That's what Boardsy's always up on. 50-gram force version of the transparent shell white dot switches, if that's what that means. Very light and spammable. TTC green encoder, slightly lighter than the TTC gold, but still nice and tactile. Can confirm it's a good encoder. I thought they had, or no, it's the golds that had the double the issues. Yeah, the greens are pretty good. It's a cheaper one though. You can get these at AliExpress. Pixar
Yeah.
MCU is NPen.
NPen He's not on a team right now. He was as recently as April. He's 100 grand in total career winnings in Fortnite. So
Oh, okay. So he knows his stuff.
yeah,
Interesting. Um, Pixar MCU, 500 million power battery,
I
uh,
feel like this is not the mouse.
55 to 65 gram range. It'll
He
be
mains a GPX too, by the way,
Oh, that's fun.
and a Steel Series Apex TKO.
That does have rapid trigger.
Yeah, it's just a keyboard.
Join our giveaway? No.
Nah, bro.
Send out a review unit to piezogal/tech power up so we can test the sensor latency
Oh,
stuff.
Vexen.
Heck yeah, Vexen. Can't wait for the flick bean. Oh no. I like the image showing the internal should be an industry standard. Brother, do you not go on AliExpress? They do that. Um, I don't know. So my initial thoughts, Dazz, are I love the orange. Unfortunately to me, oh no, I see this here too. Okay. So initially I said to you, Daz, it looks like a Kaisona, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice orange in this rendering, nice and vibrant, but it looks, we got kind of cheap skates here. We got this big old black
Kind of cheapskate.
sticker around around the sensor ring. This looks very much like a Kaisona M660.
Did that internal spoil something that like you confirmed your
It did.
suspicions?
I'll go back to that. Uh, yeah, okay. Well, anyway, the Kaisona M660. Wait, why am I literally have one right here.
Come
Yeah.
on.
So it has split skates on the bottom. Uh,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
just the black sticker looks very cheap. But here's the thing that oh look, it does a little thingamabob. That looks so good at 480 hertz, dude. Um, this right here is what got me. This plastic piece at the front. Guess what mouse also has that? This Kaisona
Okay.
M660.
Love
So
that.
I'm not saying this is an M660. I'm saying it reminds me of it because of the ridges on the finger grooves here. Looks kind of like
Yeah.
an Alienware 720M. But dang,
I'm
dude.
gonna I'm gonna wager a guess NPen never uses this mouse because I wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
Maybe I would. I'm just kidding. But
Yeah, I don't know. I do approve of these switches, these Huano white blade switches or whatever. Not the Kailh white, whatever. These are nice. 500 milliamp hour battery. I don't know. I'm guessing Homie just like commissioned the Kaisona factory to build something. I shouldn't put words in his mouth though. Maybe it is a lot of work. He said the past 18 months. Who knows? I hope it works out well for him, but I don't know. The Hitscan Hyperlate came out of nowhere and blew us all away. So maybe Flick Mice will do the same. There's dimensions if you guys care. Next release. SMAILWOLF RS7. So we talked about SMAILWOLF because they have a Dex clone, I think. So this is, I don't know, super budget mouse. I don't think we really care a whole lot.
the brand name makes me feel dirty. I
It
like really
does,
don't
doesn't
like
it?
this name.
And
Like
it
I feel
looks
like a
like
snail and a wolf.
Attack Shark.
Stole Attack Shark's stupid dongle design. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Those buttons look like they protrude a lot. Oh, baby, 89 grams. Sign me up. Yeah,
Oh,
to
I
me,
like
this
my
just,
mice hefty.
this looks very much like, you know what this reminds me of?
Red
Um,
Dragon?
Final Mouse Classic Ergo. Which we know Darmo Shark was the OEM for the. Can I get a top view, brother? Please? Can I please just get a top view? There we go. Right?
Somewhat, yeah.
Oh, cool. I can't. Oh, there we go. Yes. Gestures on desktop. All right. Anyway, if it goes on sale for like, it's a 3311. I don't know. Maybe the weight's too much. I guess I'm not actually interested. All right.
No, you just don't. You don't want that mouse.
No, I don't. Moving on. Oh, wait. It looks like a Moto Speed. Oh, I already talked about it. Oh, there you go. AliExpress, $22. I'll pass. Next mouse release that we don't care about, one in particular, AULA SC590. Yeah, I don't know. The gray looks cool, but I'm not interested. It's a 3311. They're asking too much money. 64
There's just
gram
a
weight, 500 milliamp hour.
there's an aesthetic cheap mice have, and this has it. And yeah,
Yeah, part of it's even that
yeah,
display
the screen
with
doesn't look good
with the
there.
times.
Yeah,
What's up with Chinese, dude? Why do Chinese people like to have serifs? If you guys don't know, serifs are these are
I mean,
serifs. So when you see
You like serifs, we like tariffs. So
heck yeah. So so when you see a font that's called sans serifs, it means it does not have these little things which are called serifs.
yeah,
So I don't know. Yeah, why is it? Do you notice that too? Like Chinese packages and stuff, they'll use fonts with
yeah,
serifs. Maybe
they're
it's
just
a
fancy like that.
I don't know. It's a shame because this shape doesn't look that bad, but yeah, it does absolutely look cheap. Um, wow, still bigger foot pads than some other mice offer. All right. Well, it exists. There you go. We talked about the Flick Fire. Let's talk about. Is that it for? No, we'll talk about this. So another release, I guess, sort of Kailh Star magnetic mini low profile switches. Ali or MetKeys has them $7 for 10 pieces. Not that we really care, but because what keyboard are you going to put these in? Do these hot swap into other Kailh switch keyboards? I don't know.
I don't know.
But Dazz, this is kind of nice. For the first time, we're getting low profile mag switches. So I don't know if you know this, but before HE was a thing, a lot of people moved towards low profile switches because they have like sooner actuation and stuff.
Sure,
Yeah,
but
I
now
don't
it's
know.
irrelevant. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It does open up new possibilities for keycaps and like form factors and stuff. So I'm here for it.
I shouldn't laugh.
No, I'm not super interested though. All right, let's move on to another thing. Attack
Tell me
Shark
about your dongle.
dongle voting. Yeah, so this was on their Discord. You could vote, but I can't find it. Anyway, A or B, Plan A or Plan B.
Jesus.
All about that plan. So okay, Daz, before I vote, I already know. I already voted on Discord. Which one would you go for?
A looks better, I guess. Earlier I thought B looked better. They both look bad.
Yeah,
That's my take.
they're both bad. You know, call me a boomer, but you know what I want? I want just
Boomer.
another. The Hitscan hyper light dongle was kind of cool.
Yeah, I got it. That's right.
Yeah, it's a puck, and it's got some heft to it too.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's cool. So I don't know.
You
I
don't want
I really don't have any
a
beef.
base.
Ooh. Attack Shark's like, I gotta give him a base. I really don't mind this like standard brick. That what is this? This is all a Nordic MC.
A pyramid.
Pyramids are cool. I just want something
I kind of
small.
like. I like Lamzu's design that they just put the mouse name, but then it means it's probably locked to the mouse, so that's kind of lame. So
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I
Lam's
don't know
is
if theirs are.
nice. I know Sprime and Ninjutsu, the transparent is kind of neat with the little rubber silicone foot, I guess is Neato Burrito. Cyrox is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, lemon drop.
I don't know. I agree with you. I think they need to go for something less on the nose. Attack
It's
Shark,
just
and it's
too much.
it
Yeah.
is. I do think I'm not a fan of how massive the ATK dongle is. This is how I identify my. I put a skate on it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's just massive. I do like the little LED on it, but not necessary. I voted for Plan B because Plan B and because it looks smaller, which I guess that's the only thing I care about. I don't know. What would you have done?
Just made a normal dongle and moved on with my life.
I would have either
Never done this.
I would have done a totally just basic like this and maybe put a shark fin on it. Oh, isn't that what they do with the attack? That's literally I have an R2 here. Yeah, what's wrong with this? I would have gone with that,
Absolutely nothing.
or I would have gone polar opposite. Go WL mouse, make it ridiculous. Give it a freaking where's my cat dongle, like the WL mouse mini with the little cat with the
Yep.
whiskers. Just make a freaking shark. All right. Next topic, another attack shark thing. We have like a bunch of attack shark things here. X11 SE, none of us really care, but hey, it's a same old 3311 Viper V3 direct copycat. It's actually a nice shape. Really budget entry if you want to try this shape, the Viper V3 shape. They have a red berry colorway, they call it now. Oh no, get me out of here. And all they did with the SE was they upgraded the chip to a BK52820. So, Daz, the discussion question here really is, should they have even released a SE version? Should they have called it something different?
The stupid edition. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's kind of misleading in this case. No, 3311. That tracks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I'm so
think
over this like level of mouse from this company specifically is my actual thought here.
so. I guess the bigger discussion is, well, imagine if you have a Hitscan Hyperlite company or something who then makes a Hyperlite SE version and all they change is the MCU, same price tag. Do you care? Would you have preferred, like, put yourself in Hyperlite shoes? Maybe they had some chip shortage, whatever, and so they had to change suppliers, right? So now they have a different MCU. Performance may or may not be different, right? Because we've seen different firmware solutions are not all created equal. So should they have even, like, alternatively, like, you and I don't really care. Like, as long as the firmware solution is good, battery life is good, I don't care, right?
Nope. Yeah.
So should they have just done a quiet release, not said anything,
I would have just announced it and put a disclaimer on the page if anybody cared.
but not make a new product?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I think.
Yeah. All right. Moving on to another ATK news or Attack Shark news. Sorry, this is the Attack Shark X8 Ultra. So this is using a. Oh God, it's gonna play audio, isn't it? What if I? There we go. Okay. So I think it'll show a picture of the mouse here. 3950. It's looking like an ambi. You get some switches, I guess. Dude, it's another GPX. It's another frickin' GPX. Bro, is
Oh
this
my
a
goodness.
rebadged AT? Is this how ATK skates are?
Oh, let
Because
me see.
this very much looks. The side button placement. Is that GPX right there? Dude, this is such a frickin' GPX. Oh, Dazz, you got to do a new roundup.
I'm gonna do another roundup anyway, but yeah.
It does look like, is the scroll wheel maybe farther forward? Is there anything different about this? Side buttons maybe look a little bit bigger, like longer? Am I going crazy? Scroll wheel doesn't protrude as
It's hard to
high.
tell here.
Yeah, and the buttons don't seem as long, or the like fulcrum point is a little bit farther forward. I don't know, man. I'm not interested. I guess it exists. Does that look like a little bit more thumb groove than the normal GPX is? Maybe. I don't know. The perfect fit for medium large hands. 42,000 DPI. Omron opticals. 8K hertz polling. Nordic MCU. Okay. This exists. Any other thoughts?
Nope.
Okay. Attack Shark X3. They updated it with a new colorway. That's all. It's called Red Berry, even though it's pink. Sure.
Classic. Yeah.
They did actually announce it with a pink keyboard also, which was kind of cool. And last bit of news, the Tekkusai Singularity is now available on Lethal Gaming Gear. $39 in stock, 28 units.
What's the shipping? Put it at?
I don't want to enter my address.
Yeah, put a fake one in.
Okay. Check out, and we go to.
Autofill. His address has been exposed.
Oh, well, it does show what state we're in, but
First name man, last name phalanges.
that's me. God, it's gonna start autofilling. I don't know. Whatever.
Oh, is it?
You
Okay.
can look it up if you want to and tell us. But the point is that this is a $39 glass pad that's actually decently reviewed. Dazz, you have a review of it, right?
I have a short. I don't have a review yet,
Okay.
but I probably will talk about it in the review of the Shakira pad. We'll call it the Shakira pad.
Shakira,
Yeah, why not? Skadira. Yeah.
the skibbity pad. So
Skibidi
there,
toilet pad.
it has an edge-to-edge rubber base, which is surprising. I wish we got more product photos. It has this Kind
I
of
mean, do you want to
cool
see mine?
artwork. Yeah.
It's uncoated. It's control leading glass pad, which is what makes it usable for me. Um, I like it. I perform well on it. So, and everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Tekkusai. No.
All right.
Is
Well,
it under Glassworks? No.
I just searched. It's in the dock too.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna move on. Well, you find that. I will move on to Reddit recap. All right. Do you care about how internals looks? Oh yeah, sure. Reddit recap. XEv2 internal photos. I freaking did this because I knew it would get more upvotes than if I just did this. So, yeah,
It's
XEv2
basic.
apparently two of these colorways are no longer. It's sad the lavender colorway and navy blue didn't make the cut. Oh, really? Those two?
Hmm.
Dang, I like those. Get rid of the pink, dude.
Yep.
Actually, just get rid of white and black. Screw people who buy white and black peripherals. Add some spice to your life. That's my hot take. Actually, I'm gonna get roasted for saying that. Um,
Shipping it from Georgia, the Singularity, to Michigan is $13
$13, so you get a glass pad all in for
with tax for 54.
54 for us. Pretty good for brand new.
That's what I paid from the site directly too. So
Yeah, that's impressive. That's impressive.
it really is.
And correct me if I'm wrong. They were a mistake batch, right?
That was something else. That got really fast.
Oh, okay.
That was like a super
Oh,
fast bid. Yeah.
gotcha. Okay, so in which colorway is your favorite?
Dark blue.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, the
There's
navy.
NPO1S. It comes in this. For me, it's the lime green, followed by maybe the dark blue. I don't know. This red is a little bit too orangish, and yeah, I would go green, dark blue, teal. And
It feels good.
unfortunately, the navy and the lavender are both, they didn't make it into production. Anyway, the discussion question here is, do you at all care about how mouse internals look? And I wanted to feature uh yeah, classic old Red Dragon does a green PCB that is not flattering, but it is functional. Green and brown and blue. What a color combo.
Unless I can see it while I'm using it, no, I don't care.
Okay, so speaking of seeing it while you use it, like the Pulsar Feynman, they do these
Exactly, that
covers.
matters.
Okay,
Yeah,
this matters. So let's say this adds half a gram of weight. Do you keep it?
that's fine. Of course.
Okay, that's kind of how I feel too. Especially for something as high premium as like a Pulsar Feynman.
Like if I'm looking into my mouse and I can see into it,
Yeah.
like I want the battery covered, for example, like
Yeah.
WL mouse does. Yeah, exactly. Like
So
that. Yeah.
I swapped. So this had the PCB cover in it, and also a different battery. Now I can see my cables. It does sort of bother. It's not a big deal. It does. I can see how it bothers me though. It used to bother me that Final Mouse. You could see their ketchup and mustard cables.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
Um, and what's our? Oh yeah, another aesthetic mouse PCB aesthetic thing. I've always loved how Pulsar does
That's
this.
really good. Yeah, especially on their limited edition ones.
Yeah, they show the side. If you guys don't know. Oh, can I not open these?
It always
Okay.
matches the colorway. It's great. Like the Founders Edition or the red one or the Bruce Lee, which I don't feel like getting up to grab. Yeah,
Beautiful, dude. They
really
match the
good.
cutouts. They have this kind of fun little aesthetic thing here. They have the size. They have details on the sensor and the name of the product. Very cool. Yeah, Pulsar did
Yep.
a good job with that. That is, yep. So yeah, personally, I don't. I guess I care actually more than probably most people because I take apart mice. But XEV2, the reason I brought that up is somebody was roasting the XEV2's internals, saying that they look dated, and I think he got roasted. Uh,
Gonna have to dip here.
where was it? Oh dang, this guy got a huge. Oh wait, this
Have to
actually might be interesting.
dip
This
out
is
for
a,
parent life right now.
oh yeah, LMAO. This
I'll be
PCB
back.
design. Okay, this PCB design is up to today's not up to today's standard R&D. Yes, the form factor is good, but the MCU should be as close as possible to the antenna, which is not the case here. Also, the antenna should be on the same PCB, should not be on the same PCB as the other components. Just look at the Viper V3 Pro antenna, for example. Yeah, so that's something like Viper V3 Pro disassembly tech power up. This is kind of interesting. Check this out. This is the antenna sticking off here. This thing. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. See how that's supported off its way out here? So I think that's an interference thing or a noise thing, right? You have, like, with small electronics, you can have noise, which creates interference or something. I'm not an expert here. Also, this like gold tracing around, that's new to the newest generation of Razer products. I know like your motherboard's audio controllers and stuff will have that. I think it's some sort of isolation thing. So going back to what this so-called expert Loopy G says, or even the Final Mouse ULX, that's how you design a proper PCB. I want a Final Mouse ULX PCB disassembly. PCB stands for printed circuit board, if you guys don't know. So this is on a separate... Oh yeah, see, they do have... The antenna here is part of the PCB. It's in this gold portion here, but they do have it offset. Yeah. So could you elaborate on the consequences of actually designs more latency? See, that's the thing. This is really common. You have to understand Razer and Final Mouse, they're unique in kind of doing that. Not everyone's doing this. But yeah, the XEv2 being a brand new mouse, I guess it could be criticized. He says, I work at a major tech company in Germany where we primarily focus on PCB design and R&D. By 2025 standards, a well-designed wireless mouse PCB must meet several criteria. You want to minimize the trace lengths between the MCU and the antenna. A shorter path reduces latency and minimizes potential interference. Yep, that's very true. Antenna should not be on the same PCB as the rest of the components. Helps with EMI and EMF. That's electromagnetic interference and electromagnetic frequency interference. Okay. I think I got that right. And you get a better signal, which you're more likely to tune the size and orientation of the antenna. That's also true too, yeah. So that's also why, like, your TV remote, like well, that's an IR emitter, but yeah, that's why you have to, like, point your remote at your TV. You can't just, like, shoot it at a wall. And yeah, he says the Viper V3 Pro is probably the best in terms of design. The GPX is also excellent, and the ULX deserves more attention. Yeah, sure, okay. That said, it's no surprise that some of the cool brand reps, especially from Razer and Endgame Gear, have stopped participating in this community. Frankly, most of you just aren't worth the effort. Aw, that's sad. I want to be worth the effort. This subreddit has become a haven for brand fanboyism, and it's concerning. Okay, this guy's starting to go off the rails a little. I don't know. Personally, I don't really care. Then again, I do post that Razer green thing, and it gets a bunch of upvotes, so maybe they are. Say something negative about vaccine, people act like you've committed a crime. Yeah, this kind of goes back to how Pizzo Gallo talked about. He's just incredibly objective with everything, and that's how, like, Tech Power Up tries to be. And yeah, yeah. You know, he did not give the GPX2 a recommendation. Good old OCN days. We would exchange thoughts weekly with engineering teams from companies like Logitech G. Dang. We could provide constructive criticism and meaningful discussions. Yeah, that just doesn't happen here anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's part of, like, companies maybe getting more corporate, not wanting to share trade secrets or not wanting to spend the money to have somebody to go and invest time in that. I don't know. I'm sitting here, I have a podcast that I don't get paid for to talk about so, like, if I worked in an R&D capacity like that, I think I'd be pretty open to sharing things. But yeah, anyway. Okay, yeah, this guy is a little bit abrasive. Good old Germans, huh? Whoops-a-daisy. All right. Well, we spent plenty of time on that topic, so let's go into that's one I want to talk about with with Dazz Trzak. So I don't want to say that. Oh yeah, this was funny. What 1400 hours looks like in Kovaaks. Oh wait, I didn't realize he has a mouse cam. Oh, he had like a little dash thing there. He has a mouse cam. What does he do? Does he pound his fish Magnus Carlsen style? Nope. He's probably just crying, holding his head in his hands. That is so funny. So, yeah, we have to remind ourselves, when you watch, like, AIM people on YouTube and they have these crazy montages and you're like, wow, I'm never going to be that good. Remember, for every good clip they have, they probably have like 2 of these. It happens to all of us. Oh boy. Yeah, you just whiff shots, you know. All right. Yeah, that's one I want to go over with Dazz. So let's actually go back to Reddit recap and maybe we circle back. Actually, no, I will just we'll go back to whoops. We'll go back. We'll just have Dazz jump back in if he wants to. Okay. Amazon driver messed up, so I got my Viper V3 Pro for free. Look at how greasy his mouse is. It's like worse than my Rawm wherever I put it. Leasing office messaged me about packages just sitting by the outside of the office. Delivery driver didn't even put them inside the Amazon lockers, just outside in the parking area. Marked it as delivered. LOL. Amazon ended up giving me a refund. So I don't know why. Did he request a refund that it wasn't delivered? Why did he get refunded? That's how I'm reading it, at least. Anyway, he gets 400 upvotes for this. Enjoy it, man. Yeah, sure. Man, every gamer have at least one Amazon driver that messes up their life. May every gamer, sorry. So the discussion question here was, have we ever received a free mouse? Have you guys, leave a comment below if you've ever received a free mouse through a snafu like this. I have a couple examples. One, this was cool. Cherry Extrafy M64, pretty wild looking ergo. I had a review unit over this. I sold it. I regretted selling it, so I bought one from AliExpress. Not the cheapest thing. I want to say like $60-ish out the door. And it shipped and it never showed up. So I requested a refund and they refunded me, and then the mouse showed up later. So cool. That was a free mouse. That's very cool. Another one was my Dareyu A950 Cicada Wing. This was straight up free also because the mouse, same story, shipped, never showed up. I requested the refund. Literally the day after I requested the refund, it showed up. AliExpress still processed it in my favor. So I don't know. I don't feel bad. Sure, I'll take a free mouse. And I don't know if I have any others. Looking at my mouse wall right now, which is, if you guys ever see me looking over to the side, there's some of my mouse wall. And then more of my mouse wall is over here. I don't think I've had anything super crazy come for free. I mean, I get Amazon Vine review samples, but those aren't technically free because I pay income tax on that. Like if a mouse retails for $70 and I request a sample, then I have to. The government sees it. U.S. government sees it as me getting $70 worth of income, so I have to pay income tax on that. Let's say 25%. So I end up, spending whatever 25% of 75 is. What is that, like 14, like $18, something like that. I think that's it for free mice. I do like a lot of buy sell trade type stuff, which we'll get into later. Let's doom scroll a little bit. Yeah, these posts kind of frustrate Dazz. Just a Cyrox V8. My endgame search ends, whatever. Received it. I posted about buying new mice and watching a lot of stuff. I was very curious. I got a great opportunity to buy an open box. I wonder if he did Micro Center. I don't see this Micro Center sticker though. It's an outstanding mouse. My biggest fear would be the very high back hump, but it's as if I'm wearing a custom-made glove. I feel good for you, OP. It's goated. Yeah, 300 upvotes. Daz gets mad about this. He's like, I should just post random stuff in Karma Farm. This good old shoelace mod, yeah, we've heard about this. So if you guys don't know, this is a way to make your mouse feel like a little bit higher a back hump. I know people in the comments roast him for choosing brown. Shoelace plus and super glue is plus 2 grams. Wow, that light. I would have thought it would have been a little bit more. Yeah, I guess it's a mouse that doesn't really have. Yeah, leave a comment below if you do shoelace mods. This is not the first time we've seen this. This is definitely a thing. Let's go back to a setup. Okay, let's roast the setup. What do we have here? So triple monitor setup. Okay, gaming monitor here. He's got his Spotify playlist and watches streams over here. Pretty good setup. I personally don't understand watching streams while you play. Like, I had friends who played League and would do this because League's like, there's like a lot of farming in it where it's just kind of mundane, so this makes sense. But like if you're doing competitive FPS, maybe I'm too much of a tryhard. Am I too much of a sweat? I would never put a stream up on another. I've done it a couple times, but not regular. I will put up YouTube and my knob because I love knobs. You press it and let's play pause, and when I'm like dead or matchmaking, I'll watch YouTube. Leave a comment. What do you guys do? Yeah, what do you guys put on your secondary monitor other than Discord? We all know you put Discord on there. You do Spotify? Yeah, let us know. This guy's got a decent streaming setup though. He does the crazy keyboard angle. This is a is this a Logitech? I don't know what board this is. I don't know, it could be anything. I don't know keyboards. He has IEMs. Again, I don't really understand the IEM craze, but whatever. He has a Lavender G Pro wireless and a white one. So if you guys don't know, I think it's Lavender Logitech G Pro wireless. Was it a League of Legends edition? Um, G Pro X Superlight Immortal Journey. Yeah, he had this. I could tell. See, I didn't think it was. I thought it was a Superlight because this doesn't look like it illuminates. It looks shiny. Maya X with the Aim Labs edition colorway and a purple GPX. So Homie has three GPXs and a Maya X. That is a decent setup for. And then a weird SteelSeries. Wait, that's kind of a wonky SteelSeries pad, isn't it? It's not very tall. All right. Well, I'm not a huge fan of his setup. I think it's like kind of cool with the like light boxes and stuff, but not how I would be. Homie forgot about the sticker on the middle skate. Yep. Makes your mouse feel real slow. Wow, this is 179 and climbing. I just posted that today. Endgame gear at Computex we've already talked about. Yeah, PMM has finished development of the Zen 8K Mini. So the Zen is the Viper V3 clone, obviously, and the Mini is obviously just a Mini. 5% smaller. So 10% smaller feels way smaller. 5% smaller is not going to feel. It'll feel smaller, but not massively so. Oh yeah, VGNY2 we talked about previously. It's on ELO shapes. I want to order one, but Dazz and I both had our early bird specials canceled. $37. That sucks. Should I remove the sensor ring when using these dots? I don't know. Do whatever you want. This is a Lamzu Tai Chi though. Tachi, sorry. With the hot swap sockets. Weird mouse. I don't know who buys this. $180. Oh, this got a good number of. Well, yeah, if you guys want to know my opinions on this ATK X1 Ultimate, which has the big foot stickers, spare foot stickers with this yellow stripe that's just part of the sticker, that's not actually part of the skate. They are identical to what's just on the skate stock, which is a like slightly heat treated PTFE. So they're good skates. They're good skates. My main complaints with the original was like the ping pong ball like coating. This coating is a little bit better because it feels painted. It's a little bit wet, if that makes sense. The small skates bothered me before. That's fixed with big skates. And the middle mouse was not very good on mine. This new one, very nice. I'm very happy with this. Was using this all day at work, and it's just you get into a flow state and totally forget you're one with the mouse. Forget about it completely. I scroll wheel color changed mine. And then I don't know, weight of this was like 56 grams. With a 500 milliamp hour battery that weighed 9.6 grams, swap that in for a 140 milliamp hour. The red looks better in person too. Some people don't like the ATK tramp stamp logo, which is basically invisible on the white. Yeah, the Fenrir is out for you fingertip enjoyers out there. The G-Wolves Fenrir ASIM has a little whoop for your pinky rest if you like that. I wonder how this feels. What do you guys think in the comments? Would you deal with, look at this, solid sides but holes on the fingers? I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, WL mouse. I forget the name of this, something bunny, rocket bunny colorway. I don't know. Did I swap my own battery like a big boy? Good job. Did you use my spreadsheet? I wonder if he. New battery is 1250 milliamp hours. Heck yeah, dude. That's a monster. That's a monster. ATK U2. Daz and I both want one. They don't come in a fun colorway, and then it's all about like, well, which model do you get? We talked about it last week. So this was the Pro, and it comes in at 48 grams on the Pro. Yeah, U2 Pro. This one, they said in the listing was 44 plus or minus 2 grams. So they are big, fat, phony liars. I actually might order one. Pulsar X2H, yeah, 5-minute game. Yeah, it's a great little mouse, dude. It's just, I'm waiting for a crazy light because I love mine. It's just, I want one with an actual coating because the Acid Rewind does not have a coating. Yeah, Tevolution Terra, still a great mouse. It's not talked about. This is a good picture. This is what it more so looks like in person, not my crappy webcam. Highly recommended, dude. ATK X1 Ultimate. Yeah, PMM Zen mouse. Very cool. Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that. Okay, well, I think that pretty much does it for red. Oh, wait, let's roast a couple of people's setups. So, what is this? Artisan 0, XL Square, Maya X, G Pro X Superlight, and a Hitscan Hyperlight. Solid lineup. Oh, this might be a normal Maya. I don't know if they. Yeah. Anyway, he's got a little bit of yellowing. You can tell he has some palm contact there. He might have some here too. Little bit dirty on the fingers. Only one grip tape on the one side. That's interesting. Oh yeah, I guess it's a fine, cool little setup. No, he took the side panel off of his PC case. Sure, bro. T Create RAM I've never heard of. IEMs. I think it's fine. The orange and orange looks good. Even orange and white looks good. Yeah, Superlight is pretty boring to me, but it's not bad. This is an interesting setup here. We have a Tevolution Terra. We have a Strider, a Trinity, the Bloodline or whatever that's called of the Ponage Stormbreaker, and a Hitscan Hyperlight. This is an expensive setup here. What's funny is out of all of these, yeah, I would pick the Hitscan Hyperlight and the Strider. No grip tape on the Strider, but he has it on this one. Yeah, anyway, this is a fine setup. He moved his... Did he flip... Is this a glass pad? Did he flip his mouse pad over? Or it's just weirdly textured like that? And okay. Absolutely blasted through my fingering PR using the ASIM. Oh no, what did people say? This dude's fingering, huh? 56 upvotes. Congrats on the finger blasting. This is good. Chill, my wife is on this app. What's your PR? I really thought that sentence on cavity was leading to another finger reference. Wait, where is he? Oh, the most... I'm not sure how many other mice do this, but the decision to have an open cavity on the bottom where the sensor is located is clutch. Yeah, dude, why is homie's kind of horny? Mouse skates. Okay, 3D printed grips. Yeah, I want to know Dazz's, dude. I kind of want to... Oh, Dazz is back. Dazz, I want to try your orbital pathfinder. I do. I really, really do. So...
Feel free.
We've just been doom scrolling for a little bit. I was about to wrap it up. The discussion topic that I missed was for you. This Amazon driver, right, messed up and he got a free Viper V3 Pro because he got refunded. I gave out the examples of I had both AliExpress refunds for the Cherry Extrafly M64 and the Dare You A950 Cicada. What about you? Have you ever gotten any free mice like that?
I feel like I've never gotten anything free. Everybody posts all this stuff online, and I just am here paying for stuff and getting it. I don't like.
Oh,
can I please get something for free?
Oh,
what the heck?
Dang! Wait!
I order so many things.
You won a Boardsy giveaway. That counts.
Oh, well, this is like a delivery mess up you were talking about, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I won some giveaways, sure.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I won a giveaway too. The Maya Cloud Gray that I traded you.
Yeah.
For something plus this. Yeah.
X2H Founders, I thought.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Or Bruce Lee, or something like that.
I don't know. A whole bunch of stuff exchanged hands.
Okay, so let's move on to personal ramblings. Yeah, personal ramblings. All right, Daz. Back just in time.
Yeah, hopefully. He seemed like he was asleep when I left the room. Anyway.
Oh. Yeah, if you gotta go, it's all good.
I'll check. Yeah, periodically.
1.2k subs, dude.
Yeah, no one cares about non-HD keyboards, but they do care about GPX clones. So
yeah,
that's about it. I gave that mouse away already. I literally released this review yesterday morning and gave the mouse away today.
Oh, the A9 SE. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you do the giveaway?
I work with.
Oh.
To one of the person I work with. So he just built a PC and he did a mouse, and I was like, this is a very safe shape and a very performant enough mouse for this situation. This is perfect. Hey guys.
do people at your work know about your mouse? Some of my
Few people
coworkers find
know that
out.
I do it, and I'm assuming based on I've probably said enough things that if they wanted to find me, they could.
Yeah.
For some reason, also my mic seemed to be like peaking all through this video, and I don't know what's happening, but I'm annoyed about it. If you go right back to the start of the video, even and turn
Uh,
the volume on,
I
it
don't.
like
I don't know
goes
if I
crazy.
want. Okay.
But people keep watching, people seem interested.
I
So here.
think because I had to tweak audio levels, I don't think. I think it'll be too loud. I'll do captions. There you go. Uh,
Anyway,
yeah, my coworkers found out. Well, they sort of roasted me because they were like, Eric, you have a different mouse like every day, and I was like, what are you talking about? I was like trying to gaslight him, and he was like,
that's
yeah,
funny.
you're using a red one now, and you had like a cage one yesterday. The cage one was presumably this,
Oh sure.
and he was like, yeah, I totally saw that. I was like, nah, you're tripping. He's like, no, and I was like, okay, yeah, I get like review samples and stuff. I didn't have the heart to tell him that I've spent like $10,000 on gaming. Not actually, but yeah.
Expended, but also made. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I sent him a picture of, I'll bring this up. I showed him a picture of my setup, which is like not even my setup's final form. Let me go to my drive, this one. Oh, a blast from the past, dude. My squished GPX. Anyway, this
New
is the
shape.
picture I showed him. Yeah, this is what my setup looks
Okay.
like, guys. But the thing is, it's much more. Yeah, now my computer is under here, and I have this as two walls of two. I have two more of these that are
Oh
totally
yeah.
filled.
This is a while ago. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it looks good. Yeah, this is the one I share with people. So, yeah. All right, back to YouTube.
Yeah, beyond no one caring about non-Hall effect, they also don't care about keycaps. And even the Orbital Pathfinder short is my least performant short of the last 10 that I made, which
Why is it just old
I guess just
news?
shows how it's either old news or it's just that niche of a like enthusiast thing. I don't know.
Maybe.
There isn't mass appeal for a $190 modular mouse, I guess.
I
I
don't
thought there
know.
would be.
I'm more interested in your take on that than like a lot of things in recent memory.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Skadira pad came in. I showed that in the beginning of the video. How that came about is they posted on r/mousepad review, whatever it's called, mousepad this or that, saying there was a giveaway of 10 units, and I got one of those giveaway units. And a lot of people who didn't get the giveaway unit were given a 50% um, coupon
Really? How much is the pad
and
base MSRP?
140, but it's like 105 on the site. So,
Okay.
but even 105 is like up there. Um,
Yeah. Is it 500 by 500 at least?
no, it's 490 by 420. Yeah.
So
But
what?
anyway, a lot of people thought it was a scam because they didn't get one of the 10 giveaway units, which is like ridiculously privileged thought. Like, just because you didn't get a free unit, even though there was like hundreds of comments, doesn't mean that they didn't actually give them away.
And 10 units, dude? Like, Attack Shark, a very big company comparatively, when they do giveaways, it's like one or two units.
Like, they gave away $1,000 in mouse pads from their pricing. So,
Yeah. And to a
and
community
then
that is like, anyway,
yeah,
very
and then
small.
one guy lit up my post about like his 50% coupon didn't work, and he was mad about it. So
Oh,
I
can
don't
I
know.
find this?
I posted it to Mousepad Review yesterday, like 6 p.m. I think, or like 2 p.m. I don't know
I
what it
don't
was.
even. Skadira? Oh,
Yeah,
Skadira.
Skadira Inkblade Phantom. Yeah.
Ink.
We got
Skadira?
taken down since SKAD
SKAD. Scad
IRA.
era. Scad era.
Yeah,
Scad era.
there it is, third one down. Yeah.
Third one down. Inkblade Phantom Thoughts. Ah, yeah. I didn't even read this, dude. I just instantly posted uh something.
Yeah.
I thought I said something. Oh, yeah. Art reminds me of the Metrova Yin Yang Speed.
Kinda, yeah. What's interesting is they have 16 art options on their site, and I'm like unsure if it's AI art or like probably because each pad page has like a in detailed description of the image, almost like that was the AI prompt that generated the pad art, which is interesting. But
Yeah.
I'm
Wait,
having
where's the
trouble
drama, though?
differentiating
Where's the beef? Oh, company's a bit
this guy.
dishonest. Okay. They basically said they would do a giveaway, but apparently nobody really received the product. You did, though.
I did, which I commented. So
They asked people on the subreddit to DM them to participate in this giveaway, only for Skadira page to answer you back, giving you a 50% discount code instead. Is that true? Are
Stephen,
there people who won and then instead they got a 50% discount code?
no, this guy just thinks that nobody won and that
Oh,
they only gave away coupons and lied, but they gave away 10 and then gave away the coupons, as Boombox Zoom's first comment indicates. So
okay, yeah.
I don't know why they got roasted. Like, you can think what you want about the pad or the performance or the price, but like they did what they said they were gonna do. So
This code lasted more than should have lasted more than 2 days, especially on a product that is new and there are no reviews on it. Basically, FOMO inducing. Bro, okay, I do understand like the 2 days and FOMO kind of a thing, but bro, here's the thing: you didn't have to enter the giveaway.
yeah, and the comment follow up here also says like they didn't ask for it till later on or something like that. Like they commented late after the post or something. So I don't know.
Oh,
This guy
interesting.
was mad for no reason. But
Oh, that sucks. When you're in this kind of official position too, you have to be like pretty neutral on it.
yeah,
You received it.
I got a discount code, 15% off, so that makes it $89 with free shipping. Should you like their art and want to go for it? I'm currently having trouble differentiating the performance from um the Singularity. It feels identical to me. So
Oh, okay,
at that
yeah,
price point, then you probably go for that one. But
yeah. I'm 1-800 not interested.
yeah, and I'm 1-800 only using glass right now, so because I like it so much.
That's good.
Controlled glass pads. Yeah,
Okay. Whoops, I meant to go
we'll
back
see
here.
where that goes. We'll see how long that lasts. Let's be honest.
Oh, TikTok. Okay,
Tic Tac. Yeah, I haven't posted there in a while.
okay.
It's just not. That's all I've got.
Do we want to move on to tips for buying used?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so first of all, if you guys want to buy used, do it. Dazz and I are like active on MouseMarket. Do it. If you are scared of something like this happening, don't be, because I don't think that will happen. As long as you follow our tips. I do like mouse refurbing, so I buy things in lots, and this one was gross. This is literally something growing on it. And
Ugh.
what initially started the mold culture, I don't want to know. But you can see I'm touching it with my bare hands, so yay. Anyway, so okay, so Daz, what are some platforms? Let's start with some platforms for people who are maybe, yeah. Post a comment, guys. Do y'all order? Do you buy used? Or are you like only new? I do respect some people are like, I only want to buy new. I don't want to deal with something that I want my warranty, yada yada. I can respect that. Um, I just then think if you have a collection of like 100 mice that you've literally paid full price for, uh, I don't know. I feel like you are missing out on saving a lot of money, but whatever. You do you. So let's first talk about MouseMarket. What are some tips and tricks and things to watch out for on MouseMarket? First of
If you
all,
want to refresh every 5 seconds, if you want a good deal.
you know what I did not that long ago that I don't know why I didn't do it earlier? I just enabled notifications. I get push notifications. They do seem
They're
to
like,
be delayed. If you
yeah,
refresh, it's maybe, I don't know, it's maybe like a half-hour delay, which is enough sometimes to miss out on good deals.
I will
But
snipe you.
yeah, yeah,
Not right now. I used to be the guy that would snipe you because I was refreshing every 5 minutes. But yeah,
yeah.
anyway.
Um, so yeah, refresh often. I think you can do save searches in Reddit and have like if you're interested in a particular item. Um, Watch out for the region. Obviously, that's something you need to watch for. If you're into local transactions too, that is how Daz and I met. Um, Make sure they follow the rules. Like titles, yeah, we're not gonna no selling external links yet, so there's no you can't like promote your eBay page. Timestamps, yeah, make sure you follow timestamps on here. So the way timestamps work, so how a post works is you do the country and then the state or whatever.
Two
For Europe,
characters. You
they'll
would
do
know.
yep. Uh, you do have these items and then want these items. If you're selling, you need to follow this format exactly. You cannot be vague and say bunch of mice. You will get just ask me how.
You get banned.
Um, then you need to list the items and you need to have a price. You need to have an asking price. You can't just say open to all offers.
about once a week, somebody will make an error that's way more egregious than anything you ever did, and no one will say anything about
I
it.
know,
So
whatever.
yeah,
Uh,
unfortunate.
when you contact a person, you need to private message them, not chat, because chat can be edited.
That's going away so soon, right? Like,
Like,
remember?
isn't this the last month?
I think so.
June is the last month, yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know what's gonna happen there, but anyway, then timestamps. Timestamps are simply, you always need to check the timestamps. Always, always, always. Oh, is this homie's timestamps not working? Okay, his timestamps might not be working, so he needs to watch his booty on that. Like this, wait, where was that guy? Somebody had. Oh, okay. Um, all right, this gentleman from North Carolina. There you go, timestamps. So timestamps always need to have the item. If it is new, if it is not new in box, you need to take a photo with the item out of the box, or at least with the box open, because they don't want people just shipping empty boxes. And then they put their name and the date. The date has to be like a 1 week leeway, and that way you're posting current images. So yeah, always check timestamps for things, and then don't be afraid to DM people with questions. Really, if you're concerned
Please
about
do.
QC, ask them. If they start kind of being dodgy and being like, "Oh, I don't know," you'll get what you get. Like, then don't buy from them. Just like wait till a better deal comes along.
Mouse QC and mouse pad usage and number of times washing
Hmm.
method, etc., etc.
Those are good
Also,
things to
I
ask.
always start every single DM with taking $5 off their asking price and asking if they'll take it.
Yeah, where's
No one's ever been like, go die. They're just like, no, I want the full price. And then if I want it that badly, I'll pay the full price. But 90% of
yeah,
the time, I get $5 off. So
it doesn't hurt to ask. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to send an offer. And anything else? I feel like there's something else I was gonna say, but
if there's a mouse you really want and it's listed on there for more than you want to pay, just wait a week or so and it'll
yeah,
probably show up again.
yeah. So two tricks with anything in any sort of used marketplace. Yeah, message them. Be like, "Are you flexible on the price?" If they say no, wait a week. Then message them again. The other thing is, oh, I just had it. Now I lost it.
Well, people here, if you post want, like you want this
Oh,
mouse, someone's going to have it and you'll have a chance to get it. So
yep.
if you really want a mouse, just post a wanted post. It works really well.
You can only post. Yeah, they do work well. They do only come. You can only post once a day. FYI.
Also, yes. And your
The
timestamps are good for a week.
Yep,
Three
times
days?
good for a week. 1 week.
Week. Yeah, which is something I didn't know the first time I posted, so I
Oh,
made like
rip.
an egregiously large post with double times. Yeah.
The other thing is with any used item, don't be afraid to ask what's your reason for selling. That's always a good
Yeah.
question to ask, because if there's something dodgy, they might give you a dodgy answer. If it's because it has an issue, they might try to hide it there. Or it could just
Yeah.
simply be, oh, I upgraded to a Superlight 2, so I'm selling my Superlight 1.
Most people on this subreddit are also nerds and they will talk about mice and mouse pads with you for a while if you want to.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
A lot
Yeah.
of people, half the people on our Discord server I like had bought from
I
on
know,
this
right?
subreddit before they
I
joined.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of which, we nearly had a marketplace, well, not a marketplace, a meetup in person with Little S from our Discord. Um, yeah, didn't work out because he has plans this weekend. Because Dazz and I were going to meet up anyway on Sunday. So, uh, yeah, I don't know. So moving on
My
to,
disaster setup because
I know
oh
you're
yeah,
getting a new.
half of my desk arrived, so I can't really do anything until Saturday. So I won't have touched
Oh,
it. But
that's frustrating. And you have planned Saturday too, so you won't be
yeah,
able to.
so
Yeah,
I'll do it like sometime Sunday night maybe.
yeah. So next area is, let's talk about buying from in person. So buying in person, Daz, you said you did like some Craigslisting back when you were. I'll bring up.
When I was a poor high school boy, I wanted an iPod Touch.
Dude,
But
same.
progressively,
I bought my
yeah,
iPod Touch from well, I can't say. The local sports NBA team had the stadium where I live, and yeah, I met up with a guy in the parking lot there. My mom came with me, and I was in 8th grade. And I remember
I always met at like Walmart parking lots or like
Walmart.
an IKEA or like I mean the safest thing you can do, and they suggest you do this, is go to like a police station
Yeah, so
because there's cameras everywhere.
police stations, yeah, dude, my local police station and one down by you too, that I've been to, they have designated like transaction zones
Yeah,
for
it's
like
sick.
Craigslist and stuff. So the police, they're not going to like come out and observe for you. That's pretty like they don't have the time for that, but they'll usually be under surveillance. It'll be a designated area that's like well lit. And I know the one place in one municipality nearby that I sold my $2,500 RTX 4090 PC to a
Oh
college
yeah.
girl. The lobby clear view right to the two parking spaces. And the two parking spaces are like out in the open right next to the building. Anyway, yeah, so do police stations. Vibe check too. Like before you do in-person meetups, before you give out your address. So I'm selling my GPU hopefully tomorrow, Facebook Marketplace. Homie said I can before you mark anything as pending or you take the listing down, make sure you confirm and before you even meet up, confirm three things: location, price, and time. Also with price payment method too.
Yeah,
Like
method. Yeah.
I don't do Cash Apps because I nearly got scammed out of Venmo money once because apparently you can just file a dispute with Venmo and hopefully they side with you. Anyway, so confirm those three things. If the person is being dodgy or not responsive because I don't know, some people are just like really crappy texters, don't deal with them. If you have something listed at a good price or it's a desirable item, you don't have to sell it to the first person who DMs you. So confirm those three things before you get in your car and you spend a bunch of time. Also confirm those three things before you like exchange address or whatever too. I know I used to not care so much. I used to be loosey goosey about giving out my address because I was young and stupid. But just the older you get, you realize that people are dumb. And yeah, don't give out your address. So this homie, I asked if he wants to meet at my place or at a police station. He said, "Can we do your place and test it in your rig?" Because I'd offered that on the post. Sure. I said, call me tomorrow as soon as you get off of work and I'll give you the address over the phone. I'm not going to text it to him. That's something I commonly did, or I'll just call them to like kind of vibe check if they're weird or not.
Right.
I tried to sell this earlier on Monday this week. Homie no showed. I'm so glad I never gave him
Ah,
my
that's the
address.
worst.
This was
Yeah.
the. Did I tell you about the nacho guy?
What?
Oh, okay. So here's a story. Wait. Do I still? I hope I still have the text string, because it was actually kind of funny. I gotta go to my Facebook Messenger. I never use Facebook. Do you use Facebook?
I guess I've said this before. I open it once a day to remove embarrassing memories from my past because I tell you what you posted. That's all I do.
Okay, so does this have my contact info? No, it doesn't.
All right.
Okay,
No, this
so
is me
this
dying
dude's.
brutally. This is bad, man.
Oh yeah, look at how fast you crawl.
Yep.
So this guy's name was Dysf, Dysf. So that was already sus. He had a Facebook profile that was totally blank, and he opens the message with "Hello, good sir," nothing else. That's another thing. Don't frickin' message people. Is this available? Like seriously, just get to the
Oh
point.
my goodness, I hate that being teabagged
Yeah.
by
Oh,
my
nice. Oh, by
and this Master
Master
Chief skin.
Chief.
Yeah, it's pretty appropriate.
He's doing the John Cena. You can't see me. Um, so this dude says, "Where do you want to meet up?" I'm in a city outside of our state, but not far. Like maybe like a 2 hour drive. And I
Okay.
was like, "Do you really want to come this far north?" And he was like, "I drive all over the country. LOL. I live in my van right now. I just happen to be in city. I don't live here, so I can come anywhere. I can show you my whole van setup when we meet up too. It's really cool." I'm like, interesting. I'm like trying to make small talk at something at this point. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting. How do you even game Starlink while your engine is running? LOL. I only take cash, by the way. No cash apps. Too many scammers on here. He says, I only do cash. And he's like, nah, electric generator, solar panels on the roof, and T-Mobile Wi-Fi. Interesting. Anyway, so I talk about time, and he says, I can leave first thing in the morning if that's cool. I'm in some town called Holland right now. I'm a camp at this Walmart and leave in the morning. Whatever works for you, brother. I'm Josh, by the way, but my friends call me Nacho. I work for a company called Naughty Dog. I need a new GPU because I'm trying to work on a game and mine's too weak. So I said,
It's just
LMAO, okay, Nacho. Let's do 5 p.m. So then we started talking about games. So Naughty Dog Games, dude, they made The Last of Us and the what's the other game? The other game series they made. Uh, Naughty Dog.
My gosh, I know what it is, but I can't think of it.
They did Crash Bandicoot, Uncharted, the movie. too. I
Yeah.
saw the movie. Anyway, so they're like a decently big studio. Yeah, homie works for Naughty Dog Games. He also has a game called Sunken Land that he was trying to promote. It's like open world exploring, but it's like post-apocalyptic, submerged. Um, it actually doesn't look terrible. It's $20 on
I've seen this
Steam.
before. Yeah.
Really? Yeah, I'm not at all interested.
No.
But yeah, apparently he and six other dudes developed the game, and he said they split the profits 7 ways. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know if and then the dude blocked me after he no showed. Dude blocked me. So
Love
whatever.
that.
Yeah. Anyway, there goes Nacho.
My
So
father-in-law has a friend named Nasha. Why is that such a common?
oh no,
It's
does he work for
interesting.
Naughty Dog Games?
No.
Does he live out of his van? Does he want to
Maybe,
show
you
you
know
his
what?
setup?
Maybe he does.
Oh brother.
How do we get here?
Because
Oh
we
yeah.
were talking about
Yeah.
Craigslist and stuff. Do you have any
Yeah.
Craigslisting stories?
I tend to be very bad at guessing people's nationality based off
Oh
their
boy.
voice, which is not great for me. Like it doesn't matter. I'm just like always shocked when I see them in person. Oh, look at that. Like interesting. I mean, there's a guy that sold me an Xbox cheaply and said he was leaving the state the next day. That was my first ever transaction, and then red ring the next day. So go figure.
Oh, dang.
And then he just never responded to me. So yeah, that was an unfortunate one. I don't
Yeah.
know. I bought like an iPod Touch, and then I just traded up and sold and bought and sold until I got into like an iPhone eventually that was worth more, and then I sold that and got like a brand new one. So it worked out.
Hmm.
My first endeavors on Craigslist, and then it's like how I sold. I don't know. Facebook Marketplace became my Craigslist when it came out, basically to sell like consoles I didn't want anymore and bigger ticket items like you were talking about. So
Yeah. Craigslist really really dropped the ball. They could have been so big. And dude, what is happening? You're getting like force
I
rocks
got
thrown at you.
force rocked. Yeah, I was very, very angry when that happened. Yeah.
I
I
don't.
don't have audio on this. I don't have audio on this because I muted it after the fact because of how what I was saying. That's what I'll be honest. Before I
Not
send this to you,
podcast friendly.
I had to
Smart
filter it.
move.
No, no.
Um. Yeah. I, I've had a couple Craigslist transactions. I don't want to. I don't want to like dissuade people because it is like it's. I think it's like generally okay. Like honestly, genuinely, people are just on there to sell their shit and get a little bit of money, and just want an easy transaction. I've had some super duper easy transactions that you can tell when you're dealing with somebody who's done it before because
Yeah.
they nail down those three things: time, place, money. They show up, they're punctual, do the exchange, no drama, done. They're not asking you a million questions about like that they like could have googled. Like questions about the condition, fine. But
Mhm.
questions about like, do you recommend this for? No, dude. Do your own research. I do get the as is nature. Like eBay, you'll get buyer protection. I do understand that has a value to it. Being in person, you don't really get that. On the flip side, I know I have done meetups where like they had an issue that definitely was my fault, or like uh, let's see. I remember one kid I sold an airsoft pistol to, and he used it and it broke or something, and I showed up or we met up. He came back to my house, brought it, and I fixed it for him.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, but that's obviously not the norm because I also understand needing to sell stuff as is because like you don't know if they went and broke it by doing something dumb and then they're trying to get their money back. So I don't know. It's one of those things where like if you do give out your address, then they kind of have that info. So I feel like I don't know. But yeah, if they're sketch people, just don't. I do have one kind of pretty sketch story that I walked away from. What was I buying? I think it was an airsoft gun, a bigger one, like one that was probably worth a couple $100s. And I don't remember if that's what it was. Anyway, we met up at a parking lot. Dude gets out of his truck, and I get out of my car, and you always say to what you're gonna be parked in so that they can find you and park next to you.
Yep.
And I walk over to his truck, and he's like, "Are you Eric?" And I'm like, "Yep, okay." And he says, "Just so we don't have any problems," and he shows he's carrying a handgun.
Ah, yeah.
And I was just like, I was young at this time, like I was probably like 18 or so, and I just said, "Oh, I don't think I want to sell it anymore. I'm sorry. And I think he was kind of surprised by that, so he didn't have time to process any sort of anger, which I'm
Hmm.
glad about. But I just walked away. And the
That's something
reason
my
the
like
reason
dad or
why
brother would do.
it was it was kind of a like the interactions he and I had on text weren't the greatest. The dude just seemed very aggressive with the gun thing. Like I understand like if you carry for reasons or whatever, like you know, people have stuff that have happened to them in life and oh dude, you're freaking that's a Datsun 240Z, right? That's a cool car.
Oh yeah, yep.
Datsun
The
is what used to be Nissan. And they changed their name to
the
Nissan when they.
plethora of skins and everything in this game does make it kind of enjoyable
That's cool.
because they collab. I mean, Epic makes Rocket League, right? Or
Yeah,
they are very much into Rocket League, so they like if you
yeah,
play Rocket League, you get skins in Fortnite for your cars and stuff.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. That's cool. Yeah, but they actually like modernized this a little bit, and they like the fender flares. That's funny. Yeah. Anyway, I don't want to dissuade people from doing Craigslisting type stuff because I think it's you can meet kind of cool people. That's how Dazz and I met. But yeah, you also have to. I don't know. How do you strike a balance between being scared of the world, but um, also still being like you don't want to just be overly scared and never leave your house, but you also want to be smart and not get mugged. I've never been mugged. I've never had a weapon pulled on me other than like that one guy who felt the need that some freaking 18-year-old kid coming out of his car that he had to show off to. Oh my gosh, he has a freaking lightsaber. He deflected your bullets. That
yep,
sucks.
it's been frustrating. It's a little buggy at times. Yeah,
Wow, so you really got it. This game, it's really about getting in a car, rolling up on people, 2v1ing, and then finishing off the other duo. Okay.
pretty much. Yeah, we just play super aggressive these days because we used to play like campy and slow to try and win. It's just way more fun to be in as many engagements as possible. Plus, that's how you get better faster.
Sure, yeah. Like how
Oh, there's
your
so many creative maps, but yeah.
your banana head is clipping through the car.
Yes,
Looks
yes.
ridiculous. What about eBay? Any eBay tips? I think a lot of it comes. It's similar to.
The listing is better if you can see an actual obvious picture that was taken of the item. Like I always like that a bit more, but that's not necessarily a telltale sign.
Yeah,
If the description doesn't talk anything about usage or like condition, I'll again message them just like on MouseMarket, and most people will respond. And if they don't, probably wouldn't buy it unless it's a crazy good deal. So,
yes, absolutely. Don't be afraid to hit this contact seller button and message. Do not, as an eBay seller, please do not message me saying, "Hey, bro, what's up?" Just get to the point. You can say, "Hey, bro, what's up?" But you're
make it
better.
work. Don't say hi.
Yeah,
Insert name here.
yeah,
Just get to the message. You can
yeah,
say hi person in
yeah,
the message, but then ask me what you want. Yeah.
yeah. I'm here to help you, and I don't know. I don't know.
This is
Yeah.
how we actually met, by the way. You contacted me on an eBay listing.
Oh, that was, and then we. How
For
did
the
we move?
OP1
Oh, okay. And then we
Discord.
moved it to
Yeah, we
Mouse
evaded
Market.
eBay's terms and moved it to just Discord. And
Yeah,
then,
but now
yeah.
eBay's AI is pretty good at scanning for contact
Yeah.
info. It's gotten so much
Yeah.
better. It's pretty bad now, unfortunately. Go through all the pictures. Go through all the
Oh, yeah.
pictures. Like, am I seeing a dongle? Yes, I am seeing a dongle. Do not message him. Doesn't come with the dongle. I had that
If you want to
yesterday.
buy it and it's best offer, which I always look for best offer listings, don't lowball too much because it's probably insulting.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
always lowball like if it's like if I wanted this, I'd probably offer like 130, and then if they gave me 150, I'd be like sick.
yeah,
Then I yeah
yeah. Also, the make offer button, guys. This is when if the seller has that, they've toggled it on. So sometimes I'll
yeah.
get messages saying like, "Is the price firm?" If there is an offer button, the price is not firm.
This person has never sold on eBay. Clearly, I turn on offers for all of my listings because it just gets more conversation, more people about it.
Yep.
And if they
Um,
save $3, they feel better, and I'm like, I'm still making money here, so
yeah.
cool.
Remember when you buy on eBay, you will be paying sales tax for your state or municipality. Mouse Market, you might not necessarily have to do that. Well, technically, we're supposed to. Um, yeah. Read their positive history. See if they have recent things that are bad,
Good
and
job, Dave.
Yep, good job, Dave. 100%, dude. I'm jealous. I have one
Me too.
freaking dummy who dinged mine, and he had a bad review of the product, not of the thing I sold him. It's just that yeah, it was frustrating, and then he wouldn't remove it even after I offered um, to fix it and stuff. And anyway, yeah, he just ghosted me. Yeah, dude was kind of weird actually. So whatever. I think I ranted about it before. Anyway, yeah, eBay
Yeah.
you do get buyer and seller protection, but the protection is only item not as described. Okay, so if you get a porch pirate who steals your package, USPS marks it as delivered. eBay's not going to give you your money back because the item was delivered. And sorry, the porch pirate. That's kind of like on your end, unfortunately. If you receive a mouse though, and it is broken, it was not as described, you can definitely open a dispute. And eBay generally sides with the buyer, which
Yep.
as a seller is kind of tough sometimes. I've had two inads that nearly sided with the buyer, even though they were clearly the buyer's fault, but eBay luckily sided with me. Yeah, so yeah, buy used, guys. It's not, I don't know, it's not the boogeyman. I don't know. I like literally don't buy anything new other than AliExpress, which I use coupons
Yep.
up the butt. Yep,
Yep.
yep,
Same.
yep. All right. Especially like mice depreciate pretty good too. Like Corsair M75 Air that I'm looking at, MSRP of $150, and they sell for like 35, right?
Unless it's the
M75
Viper
right
V3
there.
Pro or a final mouse, it basically depreciates you.
Yeah, there you go. 40
Even the
bucks
Viper V3 Pro is getting
from
cheaper.
Newegg. This is brand new for 40 bucks. Whoa. Yeah. Other tips, by the way, is you can save this search, the little heart, and you can also enable push notifications if you want. So on my eBay app, I should show you guys actually.
$35 new if you go down a little bit lower.
That's impressive right there.
The
Oh,
black one.
I actually saw this one. Tech and Gadget Center. Let me go to my
Oh, I haven't opened
search.
my M8 yet. This just reminded me. Whoops.
There you go. So my search looks like this. Here's what I searched for: gaming mouse, Gaming Mouse NA for North America. That's the title of the search. So I have it search just because I get Japan results all the time. Pulsar because I'm trying to get an X2H in white. For
Mm.
parts, I just search gaming mouse for parts. And the blue dot means that there are new results to the search. So I just open my eBay app every couple hours and I just check what's new. And that's how I'm able to get.
Nice.
This week I got two Razer Vipers for about $50 each. Viper
That's
V3
crazy.
Pros. Yep. So I actually only wanted the one, but then the seller. Anyway, I have a problem, Dazz. All right. Any other eBay tips? I don't think so. Just
Nah.
yes, save searches. That's my big tip. Save searches. Okay. We can move on to. Oh, I should have backpedaled a little bit. Oh, we saw that
This
was
is about where we were. Yeah, that's about right.
yeah. Next bit of I don't know. Do we have any other stories? I don't think so. Thoughts on clone market, etc. Oh, so this was one that you can I wonder if I can do this here. We do this. We do this. Nah, that looks like crap. I can do it like this, right? I'm just trying to retain the viewers, Daz. How do I retain the
Retain.
viewers?
Retain.
Okay. There you guys go. You can still watch the gameplay. Is this this is just the comment? I want the tweet. So you
I
did a
just like the two
poll?
comments that had the meat of the discussion. Yeah, I don't have the poll
Okay.
linked. It's in last week's doc.
So the poll was what?
Do
Oh,
you think the Viper V3
jeez.
Pro is worth its price tag versus a clone? I want to say is what it was. I have it here.
Okay.
Do we
Yeah,
actually think the Viper V3 Pro justifies its price tag versus clones? And 69% of people, well, said no.
I remember that. Yeah.
25% said yes. 6.3%, including the person who commented here,
So this
said
gentleman
depends.
says, wait, his comment comes first, right?
Well, he said his very first comment was, "Oh, well, I believe R&D costs a great deal of money. Stealing costs nothing." And I was like, okay. And then he said, "I think Razer pushes the innovations out." This is the next comment. Yep, this came today out of the blue. So
I think Razer pushes the sensor innovation by Okay. By holding, I've never seen that grammatical blunder
No,
before.
yeah,
Innovation by holding a patent on the. Oh, he must not be English speaking native. Okay.
unsure. He does a bunch of custom painting jobs that are really cool. Anyway,
Hmm.
solo customs. Yeah,
They don't make the sensor, but they pay big money to push for continual improvements. The clone market is driving up the cost up of Razer products. That's my personal opinion on the matter. I think budget mice should exist, but blatant clones should
I
not.
think he does.
We all know in the end, shape is king, and performance is getting too close to differentiate. Yeah, so Daz and I talked a little bit before the stream on this. Uh, well, let's go to your take. So you say to play devil's advocate, didn't the latest Razer mice launch at these ridiculous prices in Logitech 2 before the clones really took over and became good, pretty decent? I think people were paying that much for those products anyway, and Razer changed that because they could.
Charge that because they could. Yeah,
Oh, sorry, charge that because they could.
yeah.
Blatant clones definitely feel wrong, but there are so many shapes to be made, and to be fair, from a pure business standpoint, if they can do it and get away with it, if they can do it
I
and
skipped
get,
a lot of comments
I
here. I
get it.
wasn't trying very hard.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I don't like it, but I get it. I'm curious how much of a role Razer plays in actually pushing forward sensor tech. Is Pixart making innovations, or Razer working hand in hand with them? I think I've heard it's the latter, which is cool. Okay, so a few things to break down here, if you don't mind. Um, so,
his response was saying that Razer provides
pay
Pixar with
big
major
money.
funding to develop new tech.
Yeah, I don't know
Um,
if that's true or not. I'm not gonna say that it's untrue because I don't know. Diaz and I did talk before the stream. I mean, with any sort of business relationship, customers and suppliers do, if they're this well networked, like Razer can't go to another sensor manufacturer. Who else are they gonna go to, really?
mhm.
Avago and Pixar used to both make optical sensors and like laser sensors. But yeah, Avago I think was purchased by Pixar. So they can't go to anyone else, right? Logitech makes their own in-house. So Razer stands to benefit from, they want to push innovation. They don't want Pixar to become complacent. They probably have a good amount of dialogue back and forth, right? Razer says, hey, um, we have esports pros who are asking for this feature, who are having problems with this slam issue. Okay, and then Pixar says, okay, we can work to develop something like that. Alternatively, Pixar might say, hey, we have this new tech that is going to make it 40,000 DPI, and Razer's like, cool, we like that because we can put that on a spreadsheet and it looks more better, bigger number, so we can sell them. Or maybe Razer's like, no, whatever your newest sensor is, it needs to have a higher number. Um, so I'm sure there's some talks that go back and forth, but I don't know if the like paying big money. It might not be. This makes it sound like almost like a sponsorship kind of a thing, and I think it's probably a little bit more collaborative. I don't know. They kind of need each other. The clone market driving up the cost. I don't know. That was the other thing, Daz. Do you think Razer actually cares about the clone market?
So I don't know. He commented back saying they've been cloning Razer mice long before the V3, looking at all the V2 Pro clones, for example, and Logitech as well. But like, were they that good? Like, and also Razer was charging prices like or Logitech, like the G Pro wireless, you said was the equivalent of $190 like years ago,
Hmm.
and the clones stunk back then, right? Like,
Yeah. Well,
that was my take.
the G Pro wireless was like the first high performance gaming mouse that was wireless. Like up until
And it
then,
was still
wireless
super
sucked.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was $190. It's crazy. Um. Yeah. I don't think.
I don't think it's driving up the price of the market. I don't know. I think the market just is what it is.
Yeah. What you and I said before the pod was we don't think does Razer actually care? Like think about the people who go out and buy a Wise Owl Cloud, who go out and buy a Cyrox V8. Are they taking away a purchase from Razer?
They're either already not going to buy the V3 Pro or they already have a V3 Pro because they're you or me, basically. It was my thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
There
some
could be some crossover, like a small chunk, but
I think it's going to be pretty minor though. If, for example, Wise Owl, right? If you know about the brand Wise Owl, you're either in Asia where the brand is more prevalent, or If you're here in the U.S. though, if you own a Wise Owl, I guarantee you own a bunch of other mice. Like how
My
else?
duo chokes this solo 1v1
Oh
badly.
no.
Could not believe we didn't win this game. Anyway,
But then, so I don't think that's really cutting into their market share, because it's too
also
like
selling so many
enthusiast.
like crap tier mice that are still listed on Amazon that are
But then
like
exactly,
Logitech and Razer make so much money from either A, other mice that aren't top performance, and B, just the rest of their company.
yeah. But then like, so to your other point, like let's take an Attack Shark X11, which is a blatant Viper V3 Pro ripoff.
Retention. No.
Um, I can bring up something else. This clear ripoff, the people who buy this for $30 weren't gonna buy a Viper V3 Pro for 150 anyway, or 170,
Exactly.
whatever they are.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What can I do? Sure, this one. Turn the volume way down. So yeah, I don't think that clones take away market share, but I am also not an expert. Also, there might be regional differences. At least here in the
Could
U.S.,
be.
I don't know. Where I think you got to worry more about brands taking things away are in the pro settings that we see. Vaxi,
Artisan.
Lamzu, Artisan, these brands that are big, that are premium. I mean, yeah, Lamzu is a little bit cheaper than Razer, but I think they should be more worried about those guys, not the Attack Shark clones, because I don't know. Maybe
Agreed.
things will change in 2 years, though. Seriously, if Razer doesn't like continue to innovate or something, um, I don't know.
What are we looking at for time here?
We are at an hour
Hour and a half.
36. Yeah,
Yep.
so we can do like another like 10 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. We probably beat this topic to death. Leave a comment below if you guys think that clones are a bad or a good thing for the market. I'm generally very like pro competition. So I do think blatant ripoffs like the straight up ones that have like the fake Razer logo and then you open it up and some garbage internals, it's like that's straight up like copyright infringement and that's illegal.
Yeah.
But the I don't know. I don't think ATK. Okay, the Attack Shark is like straight up a rip. It's a clone. They do add a charging dock. I guess that's kind of interesting. The
Oh,
ATK is not exactly a clone. It's slightly different side buttons, slightly different main buttons. Um, it's ever so slightly different in shape. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not too concerned about that. I think if they start plastering a logo that looks like a Logitech G or a Viper Triple Snake, then that's a problem.
yeah.
I don't know.
Don't tell YouTube's algorithm though. They took down my S9 video. So
Yeah. Oh man, the audio in this game. Yeah, this was actually good. Battlefield 2042 audio is terrible. Okay. Yeah, I think we beat that topic to death. Dazz, honestly, I don't really feel like this episode's been that great. Usually I
yeah, the
wait till
news topics weren't good. Yeah, you're
I
just gonna call it
know.
out now.
Oh man, before
Too
the
many this
pod's
far.
even
Just
over.
stop watching. Stop listening. What are you doing?
Yeah. Well, at least I'm hosing some people down in this gameplay that are just sitting there. That's nice. I don't know. How's your week been? Weekend plans, work, weather, family events, holidays, accomplishments.
Oh, we have weekend plans as we discussed. So.
I know. Yeah, I know. So I gotta get you, dude. We gotta talk about what I'm bringing.
We do, yeah. You get your
'Cause-
Iron John Pro back. Get your G Hero back.
Yeah, you get your ATK.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta make that video too.
Yeah, that'll be good to meet up. Meeting up Sunday. I don't know. We probably aren't gonna make any sort of content out of it. I don't think. I don't really think there's any content there. If we were like really big streamers or something, I would say we go live for like briefly and do a Q&A while we test stuff. But we are.
Sure.
We would have like
5.
one view. It'd be a little less chiming in and being like, "Hey guys, sorry you couldn't make it."
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, I did get a random response from a guy on Reddit who he asked some question on one of my posts, one of my old posts, and I answered, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the response. By the way, I love MouseCast. I look forward to it every week." And I was like, "Dang, thank you."
I love Reddit comments that mention YouTube things. It's so like wholesome and Makes me feel so happy. Yeah.
Doesn't it? I know. Well, these guys I'm playing against are not very good. Oh my gosh, yeah, these guys are bad. Well then. Yeah, yeah, so yeah, engage with us, guys. Yeah, feel free to leave comments or, don't. Just put a thumbs down on the video. No, actually, I actually think that does suppress it in, like, search results and stuff.
It does. Yeah.
Okay, don't thumbs up the video, like,
So,
and subscribe.
I noticed this. The same night that I got that S9 video taken down, I released another short, and it started out with, like, 2 likes and 7 dislikes. So I'm pretty convinced that person, like, signed into all their accounts and just, like, spammed my, like, video as well.
Oh, why?
It all happened within, like, 30 minutes of each other. I don't know who that person was and why they did like me.
It's because of your stupid face. Look at it's because he wears contacts and he knows you don't like contacts.
He just hates clones. Maybe it was Bolo.
Maybe it was. I don't know. It's not
Bolo,
it's not a
good conversation. Yeah,
counterfeit product. I don't know. I think
it's not.
there is R&D that goes into mouse shapes. Like, do you see? I remember how much crap went into the G Pro wireless when that shape came out.
I don't know how I have so
But-
many kills.
It's not rocket science at this point, though.
Yeah, things are so iterative. I don't know. I don't know. Like, it seriously is at the point where it's like
There's only so many shapes too.
there's
And, like,
only
we
so
know
many
it's good,
shapes.
so-
You want a Sora shape, but you want like mechanical switches instead of Amron opticals. Well, that doesn't exist from Ninjutsu, so you go get a Royal Kludge RKM3.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. Like, if the company's not gonna, I don't know. I also feel like my take isn't the best here, though, because I do feel like there is research that goes into the shapes, and the copying can be kind of. But yeah, things are so iterative. The Strider is not an XM2 copy.
Wow.
It is noticeably shorter. It is.
It's XM2 inspired.
Yeah, it's really just a rear hump, aggressive side flare, hourglass, like kind of aggressive hourglass shape.
It's like the ES21.
And then it's freaking
It's its own shape.
Yeah, it is. And then it's like magnesiums. I don't know.
It's
whatever.
like the orbital pathfinder setting I have, which is an S2 on the top and an OP1 on the bottom, which explains why I like it so much.
Yeah.
So
Do you would teasing things in the pod, does that you think negatively impact your YouTube?
I don't think so.
No. The
What
people
was-
who
there
are
was a
watching
random.
MouseCast probably would watch your YouTube video on it anyway. I feel like the MouseCast viewers are going to be the more diehards. Leave a comment if you're a diehard. Say I'm a diehard. I'm a tryhard diehard.
One of my shorts had a crazy demographic. I'm gonna try and find it here, audience. Something they got a lot of views recently. Had like the top demographic was 14% Turkey.
14%
US.
Turkey. Dang, somebody shared your thing. Does it
That was mind blowing. I don't remember
Yeah.
what it was though.
Turkey,
I
huh?
gotta find this.
I don't know much about Turkey other than like it's kind of like Germany
Thanksgiving.
but cheaper,
No
right?
move, teammate.
Well, it's because I mean it's a
Like
little
chicken, but it doesn't taste as good.
I don't know. Turkey.
Oh,
and
look at
chicken
this.
are both
Okay,
really
so
good.
this like the best GPX clone A9 Ultra video. 12% Vietnam, 9% Turkey, 9% Brazil, 8% Thailand, 6% US. Like, if there's a short or a video that's more
Whoa.
searchable, it goes outside the US.
Interesting. You know, this is a part of the
12%
YouTube
of 8,000 people was Vietnam. Like, what?
Vietnam, and like, is it because you have subtitles too? Like, you think if you were to take off subtitles, that would just nuke your demographic and it would skew heavily English speaking?
Maybe.
I
Oh,
don't
look
know.
at this. YouTube's asking me to promote my video to get 1,100 to 3,300 more impressions on this keyboard video that did terrible.
Promote it
That's
so,
new.
so you can pay for promotion to promote something.
Yeah, the top videos, yeah. I haven't never done that before. Interesting.
Dude, where are you at? Are you near?
What are my overall analytics look like? I'm curious where people are from. Wasn't it?
Definitely not gonna make it.
20% US still. Okay.
Huh. Speaking of promoting, that's another tip. eBay and Facebook Marketplace both have like Boost It, where you can pay a commission, a percentage or whatever your item sells for, a flat rate.
If something I'm selling doesn't sell after a bit, I'll give like a small boost on it, and like it almost always sells from that boost.
Really, Marketplace or eBay or both?
eBay. I've only used eBay.
Okay. I think I should do that to my. See, I just figured that it's just not. My price isn't good enough, so I should do that to my final mouse. I have 2 Final Mouse Pegasuses smalls that are for sale and have been for sale for a while, and they both have watchers, which makes me think that they are decently priced.
Do you aggressively send offers to those people too? I do that as well. I'm selling.
I don't do it aggressively. I will cut the price. I do the
I
send.
won't cut the price a lot, but I'll send offers often. I guess is what I'm
Okay.
saying. Yeah.
Just spam them, tire them out. Oh no, this guy's
Yeah, every,
teabagging.
yeah, every listing I put as like a
Hilarious.
you can offer, and then like if it doesn't sell in X amount of time, I just put like a even like a 3% promotion, 5%. Like it almost always comes from that promoted listing. Oddly enough,
Oh, that's funny.
and you just have to deal with the money loss, unfortunately. But it's sold. So
I might have to dip out of here, dude. Oh, sweet.
channels my audience watches: Boardsy, Diamond Lobby, Aim Adapt, the Rage Academy. What is that?
Oh, is that an aim trainer guy?
I think it's a mouse. It's a mouse review guy.
Oh,
Oh.
interesting. Different, probably a different region.
Don't buy
or
the
something.
Attack Shark X3 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Attack Shark X3, I still don't think is a terrible buy. It's come up too high
Yeah.
in price though. On AliExpress, it used to be like $15. It was like the cheapest $33.95 you could get.
Oh, Viscos is the 6th most viewed channel in common with people who watch my channel. That's
Really?
interesting.
Viscose.
RJN.
Yeah.
We're just saying stuff now to get to the time limit.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty much
And we
there.
artificially set for ourselves.
Yeah. So I don't know if we learned anything from this podcast. Man, we need more interesting topics. We're sorry if you made it this long. You're awesome. Say that you're a, what did I call us? A tryhard, diehard tryhards for sticking along this far.
We are beholden somewhat to what comes out in the news and what people post on
Yeah,
Reddit.
I don't know, but I guess maybe we could have gone more interesting with some of the stuff. I don't know. All right, well, let's get out of here. Thank you all for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, subkidder conscribing. Share it with your fellow mouse nerds. Don't post it to r/mousereview because we'll get roasted and then we'll get sad because Dazz and I are sensitive and our feelings get hurt easily.
I'm a very sensitive boy.
We'll be back next Friday with another episode.
See you.